JulioToyReviews here, and this is my review of the Power Rangers Legacy Figures Wave 3. So thanks to this wonderful employee at my local Toys R Us, I was able to get the entire third wave of the Legacy figures once they came out in my store. The third wave of the Legacy figures is meant to be a wrap-up of sorts. Even though the Legacy line isn't going anywhere as of this time, this wave finally finishes off the teams of Mighty Morphin and In Space. Well, technically not In Space because we still need Silver, but anyways, it completes those teams. And this wave of figures includes the Mighty Morphin White and Yellow Rangers, as well as the In Space Pink, Black, and Blue Rangers. And since this is my 4-year special, I wanted to bring you guys something special to review. So, let's get on with this review. So over here are the two Mighty Morphin figures that come with this wave, the White and Yellow Rangers, Tommy and Trini, or Aisha if you prefer. And it's funny that both of them are based off tigers. Ha! But let's start with Tommy over here because, well, Tommy, and because of the fact that the White Ranger is my favorite figure in the entire Wave 3 so far. Because I've always been a big fan of the White Ranger design, and seeing it in figure form is just amazing. Just look at all the black and the gold and the white, it just looks great. And I should mention that the White Ranger, rather than coming with a Build a Megazord piece, actually comes with Saba over here. Which, let me pull him out, and you can see Saba over there. It's not the best painted Saba, as I think the best painted one would be the one that came with the movie figure from the 1995 movie. But still, it's a pretty good paint job. And over here you can see Tommy, and for articulation, you can raise up the arms, you could turn over here, you could turn the wrists, and at the cuff, yeah, you can turn at the cuff. You have double jointed knees. You have legs that can kick or go back, spread out. You have the cuffs over here. The feet, which you can move them up and down and sometimes sideways. And you have the ab crunch. And you have the 360 head. So overall, Tommy is a fantastic figure. And now to get to Trini over here, which the good part about her, that I'll discuss later, is the fact that she finally completes the Dino Megazord and it no longer has a missing leg. So over here you can see Trini, and she has the standard female mold except without the skirt, because in Zyuranger, the Yellow Ranger was a guy, but they made it a girl in the US. So same thing as Tommy, the double joint knees, the feet, the ab crunch, the arms, though she doesn't have double jointed arms like how the males do. You turn the head, and you can spread out the legs, kick them back, make them go forward. You have the cuffs, and you have the hands. And I should mention that the only weapon she comes with is the Blade Blaster, which is the same deal for all the Mighty Morphin figures. And if you want Mighty Morphin figures with the weapons, I recommend you get the Legacy figures, the ones from 2014 I think it was, the 5-inch ones, or you could buy the new wave of Mighty Morphin metallic figures that will be coming out this summer. But anyways, that's it for the Mighty Morphin figures. And now let's get on with the In Space figures. So over here are the 3 In Space Rangers that come with this wave. The Black, Blue, and Pink Rangers, or Carlos, TJ, and Cassie. And in terms of looks, these figures look very nice. I'm a huge fan of these space suits, and I think they just look great. And even though the Sentai was based off of video games and technology, I really like how they were able to make it into a space theme because these suits sort of look like space suits in a way. But anyways, for the articulation, for the males, I'm only going to do one of them since TJ and Carlos share the same articulation. You have the arms, you have the cuffs, you have the hands, and something I should mention, the ratchet from the last wave seems to be gone on these figures. I don't know if it's just with Carlos, but we'll find out with TJ. You have the knees over here, you have the cuffs, the feet, the hands, the ab crunch, and the head. And you could put the figure back here. And over here we have TJ. Let me just see if he has the ab crunch, the arm crunch. Not the arm crunch, the arm ratchet. No, he actually doesn't. There's a bit of a ratchet in there, but not as much as the last wave, which, wow, I'm actually quite surprised. But anyways, TJ Sue is actually my favorite of the Space Rangers because blue is my favorite color. And you could just look at it over there since I already went over articulation with Carlos. But over here we have Cassie, and she has the standard female articulation. She has the arms that can spread out, go all around. She has the elbow over here, except it's not double jointed like the males. She has the hands, cuffs, feet, the knees, the head, and the ab clutch. Now let me put her back over here. And I should mention that each of the Space Rangers, just like with the Mighty Morphin Rangers, only comes with their blasters, the Astro Blaster. They don't come with any of their weapons. And considering how Bandai said that not all the teams were going to get their weapons, we're still waiting on a decision on whether the Space Rangers are going to get their weapons or not. But that's basically it for the Space Rangers. However, there's one more thing we need to go over, and that is the finally completed Megazords. But right after this commercial break. So as I mentioned earlier, Wave 3 finally completes the teams for Mighty Morphin and In Space. And you can see that over here with the Megazords, which each figure from the team would bring a Megazord piece. And that way when you finally have all the figures, you can build the Megazord. It's sort of like what Marvel Legends has done with the Build-A-Figure, or what the current Dragon Ball line is doing with the Build-A-Figure as well. But over here we have the Dino Megazord to the left and the Astro Megazord to the right, and you can see that they're finally completed. Which Dino Megazord we've been waiting since Wave 1, which is last year in July, in order to finally complete him. So we're going to go over him first. So I should mention that these are actually an inch taller than the normal figures. They're 7.5 while the figures are 6.5. So I might have some trouble trying to fit them into the camera. But over here you can see the Dino Megazord. You could put his arms all around. You have the shoulder pads over here. You have the legs. You can't bend at the knees because these are actually mix and morph joints, so they would detach easily. You have the feet, which actually have their own articulation. You have the hands, the elbows, and the head. And that's all there really is for articulation for him. And on the back, there's not really much pain. And I should mention that the Megazords don't bring their weapons, sadly. However, if you bought the San Diego Comic-Con Legacy Red Ranger, you would be able to get the Power Sword for the Dino Megazord. Or you could just use the sword from the Legacy Megazord that came out in 2013. But next, over here, we're gonna pull up the Astro Megazord, which let me just move him back a bit due to his height. And he has almost the same articulation as the Dino Megazord. The shoulders can move a bit. There's actually a ratchet over here in the elbows. You have the hands, the knees can't do much, and you have the feet over here. And you have the head, which can turn 360, and you have some waist movement. That's actually something I forgot to mention about the Dino Megazord. Does this thing have waist movement? Because I've never actually tried it. Nope, it doesn't have waist movement. So yeah, Astro Megazord over here has waist movement. And you can see that the Astro Megazord's hands are closed, which implies that we're not going to get the weapons for the Astro Megazord anytime soon. So that's basically it for the Megazords from the Legacy line and for the entire Wave 3 in general. So overall, Wave 3 is a great wave for the Legacy line, and I would recommend you pick it up if you've been following these Legacy figures or if you are starting to get into them. We finally get to complete the Megazords for Mighty Morphin and In Space, as well as the respective teams. And as I said before, the Legacy figures are just fantastic in both detail and articulation, and I really hope this line can keep going on. Considering the fact that it wasn't selling well, it was in danger of being cancelled, but Hopefully it could keep selling and we could keep getting more and more teams. The next teams we will be getting are actually Zeo and Dino Thunder. And hopefully soon we'll finally get my personal favorite team, the SPD Rangers. But anyways, Wave 3 is a great wave and I would really recommend it if you're a Power Rangers fan, as well as the entire Legacy line in general. But pick it up before they run out, because since these Legacy figures are now limited edition, once they run out, there's no more. But anyways, those are my thoughts on the Power Rangers Legacy figures Wave 3. So what did you guys think? Leave your comments below. And until next time, I'm JulioToyReviews, and I'm signing off. Thanks for watching, everyone.
A few moments later.
You know, as I've been editing this video, I've been looking back at the past 4 years of my channel. From going from a small kid just wanting to be like the other reviewers, to growing up and eventually branching out into my own thing. With over 200 videos, 600 subscribers, and 4 years worth of content, I really made an improvement, and I've seen it even myself, and even my friends tell me. So I just wanted to thank you guys for 4 years of support of JulioToyReviews, and I really hope that you liked this review.
You definitely have come a long way, kid.
Oh, Rexy!
I know it's been a while, but you do realize when next year is, right, Tira?
Oh my god. I just realized. Next year is gonna be half a decade worth of my videos.
Yeah, so you better plan something big, Tira.
Don't worry, I'll make sure to plan something big for my 5-year special. But until then, happy 4 years everyone. I'm JulioToyReviews, and I'm signing off. Thanks for watching everyone.
Something big will definitely happen, reviewer. We have finally found you, and you cannot prepare for what is to come. I, Lord Draken, will be the one to send you where the dinosaurs got destroyed. With you out of the way, I'll recreate the world in my image. Rita?
Yes, Master.
I know your skill with Rangers, but how good are you with hunting reviewers?
I've killed reviewers before, but this one should put up an interesting fight. But he'll fall like the others.
Good. We can begin our plan to annihilate the reviewer once and for all.
Wait. You'll need my assistance if you plan on destroying him.